Good afternoon, students. So, in previous lecture, in the chapter sugar and fermentation industries, we saw manufacturing process of sugar, manufacturing of sucrose from cane sugar. Now, in same chapter, now we will see in fermentation industries. Our first product will be ethyl alcohol or industrial alcohol. Industrial alcohol is distilled ethyl alcohol. So these are the properties of ethyl alcohol, like molecular weight, density, melting and boiling point, flash points because it is volatile, ignition temperature, explosive limits, and the grades in which we obtain it is 95% anhydrous form. And the consumption pattern is the next. This is the consumption pattern in India and US compared and different applications in which it is used. So we can see ethyl alcohol is used largely as an intermediate for a number of other chemical products. Maximum use of ethyl alcohol is found in synthetic rubber industries. Next is as a solvent, then polyethylene, potable spirits, plastics and so on other chemical industries. Compared to that are the numbers for of USA consumption of the given industries. Next is the methods of production. So there are three methods available for ethyl alcohol production. All three involve fermentation, but fermentation from different products. So first is fermentation from sucrose substrate. Second is fermentation from waste sulfide substrate of paper mills. So it is also beneficial for paper mills that their waste can be used in another product as raw material. And third is from starch substrate. Apart from this fermentation type, another type of process by which we can obtain ethyl alcohol is by petroleum processes, like oxidation of petroleum and also by hydration. Catalytic hydration of ethylene can also be used as manufacturing of ethyl alcohol. So today the process flow diagram we will be seeing for ethyl alcohol manufacturing will be by the fermentation method. This first type of fermentation from sucrose substrate. This is the process flow diagram for manufacturing ethyl alcohol by fermentation of sucrose substrate. Sucrose substrate here means the at the end of the sucrose production, the molasses or the black liquor which we obtain, that we can use here as our main raw material. So the process starts with molasses as raw material. You can see here molasses. It is being used as raw material. It is diluted to 10 to 15 sugar concentration and the pH is adjusted to 4 or 5. This is done in order to initiate or support the yeast formation. Yeast formation is important for further enzyme formations. Now these enzymes will take part or will work as catalyst in the process. So we can see from here molasses are sent to this diluter. This is diluter. You can read it here, continuous diluter. And after that nutrients, these nutrients that we are seeing, these are all the yeast and enzymes. Nutrients such as ammonium, magnesium, sulfate or phosphate are added. So the nutrients are not yeast and enzyme. Here they are ammonium and magnesium sulfate are added, which are lacking in the molasses. This diluted mixture, it is called mash, and it is sent to fermentation tank here. Also another stream of molasses which not necessarily needs dilution is sent to molasses sterilizer, and then after sterilizing, nutrients are added in this raw material here, and yeast growth is supported here, and enzymes are formed. So enzymes and yeast enter the fermentation tank from here, and the molasses diluted and then with added nutrients lacking in the molasses enter the nutrient fermentation tank from here and then here. Yeast solution is grown by inoculating sterile mash and is added to fermentation tank. Now here the chemical reaction that takes place in this fermentation tank is exothermic, so heat is evolves and it is removed with the help of cooling coils. So temperature here is maintained or brought to about 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, and this takes place for over a period of 30 to 70 hours, and during the end the temperature may rise up to 35 degrees Celsius. After the fermentation tank, this CO2 scrubber this scrubber can generate CO2 as byproduct. This CO2 can be utilized as byproduct, or it can be vented out according to the CO2 venting standards. Now after the fermentation tank, the fermented liquor which is fermented from here is sent to the first distillation column called beer still. In this beer still, 50 to 60% of alcohol conversion is done, and undesirable volatile materials along with 50 to 60% alcohol are further sent to or fed to aldehyde column. So from here it enters now aldehyde column. From the top it is fed to aldehyde still, then alcohol is pulled off as a side stream and further splitted into rectifying column. So it is from aldehyde column our liquor is split into two streams, one which enters rectifying column and other goes for recycling over here. Now our alcohol or ethyl alcohol, our converted product, is here in rectifying column. In this final column, azeotropic alcohol water mixture of 95% ethanol or ethyl alcohol is obtained. 95% ethanol and 5% water is the product we obtain, which is taken to storage. This is the first grade. 95% ethanol is the first grade of product obtained. This is further condensed, and other two grades or other two types of ethanol, two forms of ethanol are obtained. So first, as we saw, is direct sales is in the grade of 95% ethanol. Second is denatured alcohol, as you can see this second one, denatured alcohol. It is denatured by adding addition of slightly toxic chemicals as per the industrial needs, which is to be used as solvents. Third grade is making it anhydrous by carrying out azeotropic distillation in this anhydrous still. So azeotropic distillation takes place with the help of benzene, and you obtain 100% anhydrous form of ethanol. This. So in this way, 3 different grades or 3 different forms of industrial alcohol or ethyl alcohol are obtained. Also, this slops at the bottom of beer still, these slops are discharged as waste or concentrated by evaporation and used for cattle feed, depending upon how it can be used as fuel or not, depending upon its concentration, or else it can also be used as fertilizer. These are the quantitative requirements of which we saw the plant, and with these quantities the average capacity of the plant will be 10 to 100 tons of ethyl alcohol per day. This is the detailed process description as we explained. Now lastly, the problems in this engineering problems of this process. So the first is collection and storage of molasses. So molasses being very thick liquid, its storage and collection is difficult, and it needs proper attention while also being transported from one plant to other, or wherever our plant is. Maintenance of sterile and specific yeast culture conditions. So growth of yeast and enzymes need a very specific, very particular temperature pressure conditions. So maintenance of that is a very important in this process. Batch versus continuous operation. So selection of what kind of operation is suitable or advantageous. Continuous molasses dilution in the head end of the process and continuous distillation are incorporated to save space, equipment and operating costs as well. Waste disposal problem. As we saw in this column also, the CO2 disposal is not proper. Not exactly not proper, but there is not proper venting. So either we have to find some application for that CO2, or its proper disposal is to be found. Same way, if uneconomic to concentrate for cattle feed, must use trickling filters, activated sludge or anaerobic digestion to reduce the BOD before discharging to water runoff. So from environmental point of view also, proper disposal is important. Fuel economy in the series of distillation. So amount of fuel is to be kept in mind while carrying out this process, and it is advised to use preheated exchangers. Development of methods to produce anhydrous alcohol from 95% alcohol azeotrope. Direct methods to be found rather than separate azeotropic distillation column. There we should find, or it would be beneficial to find some direct method to produce anhydrous form from the 95% alcohol form. So this was industrial alcohol or ethyl alcohol, first product from the fermentation industries. Introduction, its method of production, process flow diagram and its major engineering problems.